Hey guys, this is Team Longshot. I'm here with co-founder Samuel Constantino. He just got 10th place at the Columbus, Ohio Regional with White Forest. We're just going to share that deck profile with you guys.
Yeah. I'm pretty excited for it. I was a big Chimera fan for a very long time. So I decided to change up decks just because it kind of feels like it, and it's honestly, I think it's stronger than Chimera now.
Absolutely.
But, this is a 43 card deck. I figured we would just get right into it,
All right.
So let's go down right here. I mean, generally, the same three, three, White Forest LZs, three Sylvies, one Azamina LZ. I tried two for a little bit, but I felt like I was kind of seeing too many, or I just saw her too much, and I just couldn't play. One Stellar, I put her back in because there's a line that I'm starting to do now. If I see the field spell, which, you'll see the card in a minute. One Diebells, or, the White Witch. She's just the good one of. I can't imagine playing any more of her. But that's literally all the White Forest monsters right there.
All right.
Not that many. And then we go for the White Forest spells. 3 field spells. I've seen some people doing 2 or 1, which I think is just...
They're behind.
They're behind, or they're goofy. I think 3, because it's still a starter at the end of the day. And if you see another one, just pitch it. Just, with another White Forest card,
Absolutely,
I just don't get it. And then, of course, the one of, the Tails, your Rhoda, sort of, but you have to have a illusion on the field or spellcaster. You have Simple Spoils of the White Forest. Each affects, once per turn, which is really nice. So you can always use it, the special amount of White Forest in your hand, and then you can add it back with Diebells. Synchro one, and then you go ahead and you can use it for fusion, which is really cool. I think it's really sick.
Yeah,
and then Woes, I still play the card. I personally think it's fantastic right now, just because Troll's a thing. So a lot of times when you have Sylvie, or you add, especially if you're going first, you always want to add this first, no matter what. It's good because you get Drolled, you can still set this, you can still start playing on their turn a little bit. It's not the best, but I think it's better than a lot of other stuff we have out there for it.
Yeah, you always want to add the woes.
Always. Unless you're going second, that's a little different.
No, you still have the woes, trust.
But yeah, we'll go ahead and just move on to simple spoil stuff. We do 1 Black Witch. Yeah, I would say thank you. I love this art. I did 2 for a little bit. I think 1's all right, but if you increase your deck count, I think you might bump it up a little bit. But again, I think if I go to 45, I would play 2, definitely. Yeah. And then 1 Vengeance. 1's all you need, and it's also a simple spoils name, so you can go ahead and use off a Hallowed. Or another card I'm playing, which I'll get to that here in a second.
Okay.
I think he's great. It's great interruption too, as well. You summon Synchros, from your extra deck, which is absolutely just busted.
Yeah, it's free.
It's literally free. I love this card. And for the spells, 3 Wanteds. I'm not going to argue this. Everyone knows this. 1 Deception, obviously. 1 Hallowed. Now this one I am playing on my own. I like Azamina Debtors. I think this card's absolutely insane. If you open Field Spell,
Okay.
and let's say nothing else really good, you could just go ahead and build your White Forest field, and then with Deception, you can add Debtors, set the Debtors, and have her and Vengeance on the field, and right there is a free Saint Azamina on your opponent's turn, so it lets you do plays on your opponent's turn.
Yeah, you get to play Azamina.
So it literally adds another layer of just interruption, which is really nice too.
It makes the field spell negligible.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm a huge fan of the card. Not only that, Debtors, whenever it's in the graveyard, and let's say I use it on my opponent's turn, on my turn, and let's say if I want to Saint my graveyard or more Regine, for instance, I can banish this to summon her back. It's just free.
Absolutely.
Philia D-Bell, I think that card's absolutely insane. Especially going second. I'll say you're doing monsters. It's a way just to go into a board. But other than that, I think it's neat. I like it. I think it's neat.
You just think it's neat?
I think it's neat. Well, Cursed Diebell, obviously you play these 2 together because you send it to the graveyard through Diebell's White Witch effect. Search Philia, search for Vengeance. They go hand to hand, so you kind of have to play both together.
You can set Curse.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I've resolved it once, on the field. And of course, I play a Morion, or we call it Moron.
Good old moron.
Good old moron. It's just a little interruption card. It's a trap card, that I can set for my graveyard. And it's a simple spoils name I can use to, do some Azamina plays.
Okay.
So overall, I mean, I like the card. I would really like to try Betrayal again to give that another try, because every time I activate Die Bells, they always love to try to, activate a card as well, whenever I try to activate those, so I can negate it. So it'd be a nice thing to try. It'd be a nice thing to try one day. But that's it for that. Go down to the hand traps. 3 Ash, 3 Droll, 3 Fua, 2 Perulia, and my favorite card the whole game, Smooper Schmally.
He loves his Schmooper Schmally.
I love Smooper Schmally because one, it's used for breaking boards, or you can use it just to set going first, or you can use it just for fodder. So overall, I think the card's really good in this format. This card did so much work at that regionals. Especially against Mitsu or even Malice, breaking, just interrupting them too. Best card.
Yeah, it's put in work at through the decades too. The Kentucky Regional.
Oh, at the Kentucky, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you were cleaning up too at the regionals.
Oh, absolutely. That Super Bowl is great.
Love it. And of course, the Holy Trinity.
Got to.
One of each.
Got to.
And that is literally like the 43 cards in my deck. It just feels like it flows pretty nice. I see. I don't think there's anything wrong with it right now.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll go ahead and just go to the extra deck right here.
All right.
We'll start with the White Force ones. Poplar, Die Bells, Basilia, or Racia, or it's Racilia, but Severa, Vengeance Dragon, and my favorite dude, the Cursed Thunder God. Part of my White Force inboard, I'll go ahead and make this, on the field whenever I have this little guy on the field. I probably should have said something first. Herald. So if you open Field Spell, you can go ahead and get a Stellar on the field, a Stellar Pitch, summon Sylvia search for Tails, and then you use Tails. You can either add Azamina LZ, or you can do normal LZ, the White Forest. And before you pitch the field spell, like if you LZ, you can make a Stellar into a tuner, and just use the other little 2 and just make a free Omni before 5 summons. And not only that, it's a pseudo floodgate and gets Mitsurugi, or even the mirror match.
Yep.
I think it's fantastic. But back to this guy, I would generally have my White Force inboard with these 2, and these 2 are just so freaking good together because when you get life point gain, it's a fucking free board wipe.
And then you play Azamina on their turn.
Yeah, exactly. So once these 2 are gone, I'm like, cool, debtors, and I just, this board interruption just comes out of, and of course, Chaos Angel. It's so easy to make in this deck. That's my favorite card since Chimera days.
It's a good card.
He'll always stay by me, always
Always by your side.
Always by my side. And then we'll go ahead and just the Azamina line, Rasiago, got my, Searcher, Ilya Sylvia, the Omni. Mo Regine, I like this card a lot too, because this card I think is a sleeper.
That's my favorite card in that extra deck.
That card absolutely, like, if you don't do the field spell, you can do the Azamina inboard, and you hold Azamina with the fusion, right? And then you can go ahead just with Rasiago or like any of the White Force synchros, you just make Saint Azamina, and then once you make Saint Azamina with the fusion, resolve, make Ilya Sylvia, and then on new chain effect, summon her, and then summon back the synchro die bells. Just have a really huge board.
Free bread, as the kids say.
A really nice, oppressive going first board.
Great.
Just fantastic. And then of course this card, a lot of White Force decks don't really play this card anymore, but I think he's fantastic. Just because he's good at breaking a board, going second, and especially having him on board with these 2 together, double damage on this. It's like 50. I was like 54, I think, or something like that.
What is he? 27.
27, yeah.
54, yeah.
54, yeah.
It's huge.
54, 19.
Huge.
Gross,
Disgusting.
And then of course the last 2, my super poly targets. That's it. That's all I play.
Chorizo, the super play target.
Absolutely. So this could be a bridge as well, which a lot of people do. I like to do a super poly target because what I learned that Caesar cooks his deck. I don't play Imperm. I absolutely don't play. I think Imperm sucks.
Yeah, you're behind. You're playing it.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I play Super Poly for. But like, you know, so theoretically, if you have Caesar on the other side on the other end, you normal summon Sylvie effect, Super Poly. You take the Caesar, take this, and you just replace it with a new level 4 tuner.
Oh yeah, that's free.
And you give her and you just remove you remove the threat, and you get an ad. And of course, Garura, it's fucking Garura, guys. It's Garura. And not only that, there's a lot of times we're gonna make this normal summon, like let's say Sylvie, and then make a Light Dark Chaos Angel of it, and also draw a card.
Let's see those extra deck sleeves.
Oh, extra sleeves.
Extra deck sleeves. What that?
It's beautiful.
Gorgeous.
I absolutely love these sleeves. Took a while to get here, but we finally got it though. But yeah, that's it for the extra deck.
Move on to the side deck.
The side deck, you know, obviously 3 Lancias.
Have to.
Yeah, 2 Meows. I played 3 for a minute. I think 3 wasn't bad, but because I played 2, you know, Perulias in the main, it was just a really easy side out, especially going against Mouse. So I got 2 Perulias, put in 2 Meows, you know.
Yeah.
So I felt like it was just really easy to do, you know, especially after like a long day of
side patterns. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm doing 2 Sales Band and 2 Thrust. Right. I'll be honest. Like I do play 2 Lightning Storms. What I learned, what my biggest regret is, like I'll probably cut Lightning Storm, and then play a 3rd Sales Band just because it's so good just to have, especially going first. Call Droll, like even if they have Droll, sometimes I'd rather call it and just know I'm safe. You know,
You
personally,
attempt to play around.
I don't have to play around it. I just call the card I don't want to fucking deal with. It's gone. That's not real. Droll doesn't exist anymore for a turn.
For a turn.
Yeah, and of course my other thrust targets really. Deck Devastation Virus.
Oh my god, that's so good.
That card just cleans up Malice in the mirror matches.
If you resolve it against Malice, it's gone.
Oh yeah, like every time I resolve against Malice while I was up there, I just won the game.
Mm-hmm.
I just go Deck Devi, cool. I just win.
Yeah, I resolved it once in Kentucky. I wish I saw it more.
It's crazy,
so
it's crazy.
Good.
And then we have Mischief of the Gnomes. I wish I played in Kentucky. I was playing Black Oat Laughs. I personally wish I saw this because it's really good. It's obviously against Raizu and Mitsurugi, you know, both put together even. You know, it's such a good card. I'm still happy I'm playing it.
Yeah, I told you to play that card. It's insane.
D-Barrier, I mean, it's fucking D-Barrier. You don't got to worry about it. It's just easy, you know. I mean, so it's a nice little extra card to have. And, of course, the last card I play is, you know, Subversion. It's a really easy side-up pattern because going second, I'll take this out of my deck. You know, go second, put this in. It just have another simple spell name, and also is a pseudo board breaker. Even so, I can always activate this to target the back row card and then chain debtors with it and get a free Omni, get a free Searcher while I'm breaking a board.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, I love this deck. Definitely gonna place at Nats 100% though.
Okay. Any closing thoughts? Any shout outs?
Of course, shout out our team Longshot, of course. I will say, definitely shout out Logan. He helped me a lot with this deck. Over from Goo Gaming. Of course, my wife and kids will let me go play these events, and also my boy Aiden right behind the camera.
Absolutely.
And of course, my buddy Gavin, who always comes over here. He always helps me, like practice. But no, I think that's it. Really, can't think of anything else on my head.
All right.